Hello students, welcome to our channel. Grade 9 History, Unit 1 Tutorials. Lesson 8, The Emergence of States. Before we begin, please like, share, and subscribe for more videos. Now let us dive into the emergence of states. During the Stone Age, especially the Neolithic period, humans began to settle in one place. They stopped moving around and started farming. This new way of life changed everything. Small communities began to grow larger. As time passed, people needed better ways to organize their lives. This led to the formation of more complex societies. One of these complex forms of society is called a state. In this lesson, we will learn what a state is, how it began, and the main ideas or theories about its origin. A state is a group of people living in a specific area who are governed by their own system and are free from control by any other group. It is different from a kingdom or an empire because it is based on organized rules and independence. For a state to exist, it must have 5 main features. First, it must have a population, which means people living within its boundaries. Second, it needs a territory, or the land that belongs to the state. Third, it must have a government that creates and enforces laws. Fourth, it should have sovereignty, which means the freedom to make decisions without interference from other groups. Finally, a state must have recognition, meaning other states or groups accept it as a state. These 5 features together define what makes a state different from other forms of human organization. Before the state existed, people lived in simple communities. These were often led by elders or chiefs. Over time, as these communities grew, they needed better systems to manage land, food, and people. This is when states began to form. Scholars have different ideas about why this happened. These are called theories. One theory is the religious theory. As religion became important, priests gained power. They helped manage society. In some early societies, priests became the leaders. These were called theocratic states, states ruled by religious leaders. Religion helped people obey rules and feel united. Another theory is the agriculture theory. When people started farming, some grew more food than others. These people became rich and powerful. They were called elites. They used their wealth to control others. Slowly, they became leaders, and this led to the rise of the state. Farming also meant people had to protect their land, organize work, and store food. This needed leadership and planning, which helped form states. There is also the trade theory. As people began to trade goods, control over trade routes became very important. Chiefs who managed trade became powerful. They collected goods from traders and protected the markets. Over time, they replaced religious leaders. They created systems to keep villages safe and manage resources. This helped form early states. Another idea is the war theory. Sometimes, small villages fought each other. Strong leaders took over weaker groups. These leaders united different villages under one rule. They used force to control land and people. This also led to the formation of states. In summary, the rise of the state was a major step in human history. It happened after people settled and formed larger communities. A state has 5 key features: population, territory, government, sovereignty, and recognition. Many theories explain how states started. Religion, agriculture, trade, and war all played a part. Each theory shows how human life became more organized and complex. By understanding these changes, we learn how the first states shaped the world we live in today. Review questions and answers. Question 1. What are the 5 main features of a state? Answer. The 5 main features of a state are population, territory, government, sovereignty, and recognition. Question 2. How is a state different from a kingdom or an empire? Answer. A state is based on organized government and independence, while a kingdom or empire is usually ruled by a monarch or emperor and may control other regions. Question 3. What does sovereignty mean in the context of a state? Answer. Sovereignty means the state has full control over its decisions and actions without interference from outside forces. Thank you. If you liked this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more videos.